but it just sucks because under the circumstances, you know, I can't really continue with bodybuilding.
You always want to blame other people. You always want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You just said you're giving 50%. You owe you an explanation. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Patrick, and in today's video, this might look pretty different. This might look high quality, and it's because I've made a couple upgrades to the setup. I have a nice bright ring light right in front of me, and I think I'm going to throw up a picture on the screen right now, but if you guys saw this setup, you'd probably laugh because it's pretty ghetto, but I definitely think this is a higher quality setup. It's been a while, but there's just a couple things I want to talk about before we get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. But yeah, I'm just going to cover a couple things that are happening where I live, things that are happening with my training, what's happening with my diet, what my plans are for, you know, physique, for training, for content. So I'm going to cover that all in this video. Alright, so the first thing that's going on is a lot has been changing. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've posted on my story quite a lot that I'm going to be entering a new gym pretty soon, and that has already started. However, since I do live in Ontario, because of the C word, we've gone back into lockdown once again. I don't want to get too much into it, but basically, Canadian government's messed up, man. In the name of health, they've decided to close all of the gyms. Pretty much in Canada. So it makes a lot of sense. I know in the name of health, we're going to close every place where you can improve your health. So they're thinking about it logically, which is a good thing. But what's basically going to happen with me is the new gym that I've signed up, it's pretty much like a bodybuilding gym. Like, they have a ton of plate loaded machines. They have a ton of Atlantis stuff. They have just a lot of stuff that is meant for bodybuilding, which is why I was super excited to get in there and start pumping out YouTube videos, like kind of once I had access to that. And also that gym was a lot less busy than the gym I was at before. So I was kind of ready to get started in there, get pumping out the content. And I was supposed to start January 3rd, which was a couple of days ago now. And I really couldn't do that because as of, I believe, January 5th, like I said, Canada has completely locked down the gyms once again. However, I have found a spot to train. I'm not really allowed to say it, but if you watch this whole video, you can pretty much figure out where it is. But they've been able to open under a loophole where if you have a medical note, you can still work out. So I have that medical note, and I'm allowed to go there still, which is good news. And the good thing about this gym, even though it's limited in equipment, it's never busy. Obviously, it's a smaller gym, but with these restrictions, it's really not going to be busy. So I've got no more excuses not to make videos now. I literally have an empty gym pretty much where I can work out and record at. So no more excuses. I'm going to try to pump out 2 to 3 videos a week, covering my training, covering my diet, just talking about stuff. A lot of workouts with voiceovers, showing you guys exactly what I'm doing. But with my training, one thing that sucks, like I said, this gym, it's a good gym. I can't complain, especially in times like this. But the problem is there's not a lot of equipment, and the gym is kind of geared more to powerlifting and like performance athletes style of training. So there's really no machines whatsoever. So all the stuff you guys are going to see is going to be through cables and like dumbbell setups and like, you know, an incline bench. So if you have limited equipment, you will probably still be able to follow these workouts that I'm sharing if you're also in lockdown. And you know, if you have access to a gym, obviously you're going to be able to follow these workouts. So that's all good and dandy. However, I have been running, you know, 14 weeks of my bodybuilding program that I kind of made. But with the limited amount of equipment that I will be able to use at this gym, I am going to switch back over to a power building style of workout. So after 14 weeks of pretty strictly bodybuilding, I have created a new power building style program, and I'm just going to have to run this for as long as kind of this lockdown lasts, as long as I am, you know, stuck at this gym, and then until I can switch back to my bodybuilding gym. So the workouts that you guys are going to see, it's going to be like a new power building style program that I'm going to be using on the very limited equipment that I have. You know, it's not ideal just because I was 14 weeks on that program that I made. I wanted to continue. I wanted to continue to make changes. I wanted to continue bodybuilding, you know, as my focus. But it just sucks because under the circumstances, you know, I can't really continue with bodybuilding, like specifically bodybuilding. So I'm still going to make make progress, guys. We're still gonna be, you know, seeing gains. Obviously, still gonna get bigger, still gonna get stronger, but it's just gonna be have to throw in power building style in there. Just can't use, you know, all the special machines, all the isolation stuff that my bodybuilding gym does have. So can't complain too much because we still have a great facility to train at, and it's given me a great opportunity to make more content. All right, so first meal of the day, nothing too crazy. I've been trying to wake up a lot earlier, that way I can train earlier, and then when I do that, I can take like pre-workout earlier, and then I don't have the problem where you take pre-workout too late. It has like, caffeine has like a 8 or 10 hour half-life or whatever it is, and then you can't fall asleep. So I've been trying to wake up early to get at least 2 meals in before I start training, and then I'm in the gym by like 1:30 at the latest, take my pre, and then I have the rest of my meals and go to bed. That way there's no problems when you're trying to go to sleep. But yeah, breakfast, pretty simple. We have 3 whole eggs here, 2 pieces of turkey bacon, just, you know, vitamin D, fish oil, water, a nectarine or clementine, and then I added a half cup of orange juice just to get more carbs in the morning before training. I'm gonna have this, and then I kind of have like one other like a little small meal slash snack before training. But yeah, like this is basically what I have every single day. Before I did used to have like real bacon, but I've been trying to cut down on animal fat, and I don't need the extra calories from the fat just yet. Probably gonna save that from when I decide to push up food even further. So morning weight I think was like 186 point something today, like high 186s. So that's good, scales moving up. Once I get on program, I'm probably gonna start pushing the food toward 190 already. Early January, so that's good. But this is gonna be a lengthy bulk, so the gains are gonna be insane. Okay, so I pretty much mentioned this on my, hello lighting? Okay, so I pretty much mentioned this on my Instagram story as well, so make sure you follow me over there. But basically, I don't know what it is, but since I've switched to more bodybuilding focused, I've found that like my workouts are better when I have less like stims in my pre-workout, like less caffeine and less like other stimulants that are usually used for like energy and like getting your head buzzing. Okay, so right now I'm watching this video back as I'm editing it, and this was me pre-workout, so this was after I took my pre-workout already. And I just want you to listen, like, as I go on this, like, little rant or this little talk before I work out. And you can literally, like, see the pre-workout kicking in as I just absolutely go off. But yeah, I just thought that was funny, so. So, I don't know what it is, but I've just found that the less stimulants I use pre-workout, like I feel like my workouts are better. Now when I was power building and I was starting every workout with like an insanely heavy, you know, squat, bench, or deadlift, I found that the more stims, the better I would work out, like the better my top sets would be for those crazy compounds. But I feel like since I made that switch to bodybuilding, it really is better off taking less stims. Now I do still like load up on a pump product, obviously like L-citrulline, glycerol, all that stuff, just to get the best pump I can. But it's just like stimulants, I kind of have like tapered down a lot, and I really only find myself using like 150 to 250 absolute max milligrams of caffeine. Like 250 is like pushing it to the max, but usually like between 150 and 200, that's my sweet spot right now. And it kind of just gives me like a very slight edge, and still like lets me push it myself, like lets me get hyped in my own head for the workout. And like if I want to reach my goals, I should be getting hyped. Like I shouldn't need, you know, 300 milligrams of caffeine straight to the dome every session. The only time that I'll really push pre and push like the caffeine up to like 300 is on a leg day, just because I don't know, man, like I'm a pussy. I hate hitting legs, and especially when I don't have like A1 equipment. Like when I'm at my regular gym and like I have hack squat and all this crazy shit, then I don't need as much caffeine. But when it's like bare bones dumbbells and barbells, and you really have to like nitty gritty, like dig out the gains and really push it, that's when I need the caffeine, just because I'm a little pussy. But other than that, like I just feel like the less pre-workout, the better my workouts are now. Like it's literally like the law of like diminishing returns. Like when I take pre, like it gets like it improves the workout. Then when I take too much pre, it just like decreases how good the workout is. So I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe it's just like a bodybuilder thing, but it's been lit since I've started doing that. So we're gonna hit the lift now. Like I said, I don't even know, but I probably only had like 200 milligrams of caffeine, and we're buzzing and ready to go. So this should be a good lift. Alright, so bringing you guys a little voice over here. I plan on starting these for a lot of my workout videos, just so I can explain to you guys exactly what I'm doing in my training and kind of like why I'm doing things. So we're starting off this workout with this rope pull over here. And basically I used to do a straight bar, but I switched to the rope just so you can angle your elbows down more and you just get a much better feel on the lats. So this is usually what I'm going to start back workouts with, are these pullovers here. And in doing this, we're definitely going to get blood flow to the back and to the lats. If you guys are familiar, there's like this like hammer strength machine where like you get your elbows locked in place. That's really good, but this gym doesn't really have that. So the rope is definitely, the rope cable pullover is definitely a good exception to that. Then we move on to this lat bias pull down here. I usually don't do like the regular orthodox lat pull downs anymore. I always go for this wider grip here. I just feel it a lot more on my lats. And this kind of workout is not going to have too much flow to it just because like it was my first day in this gym working out. So pretty much like I haven't written the program that I'm going to be following exactly just yet. So we're going to have to I just wanted to use this workout as a like kind of like feeler, test out all the equipment, and then write my program after that. So there's no really structure or flow to this workout, kind of just doing some movements I like, and I wanted to just test out all the equipment. So it was still a good workout. Intensity was probably like a 9.5 out of 10 here. Wasn't really going all out to failure because I wasn't losing my logbook today. So that's just a little bit of background on the workout. And something I thought was pretty funny here, watch as I let the weight go. Like I'm just in shock that my tripod didn't fall because I had my camera set up and it was like pretty wobbly. So after I dropped the stack there, I thought my camera was going to come crashing down and I shit my pants for a second. But then we moved on to this single arm cable lat row. This is honestly one of my favorites. Usually I'll put this on earlier in the workout, but like I said today, there wasn't too much structure, so I was just kind of doing stuff as I thought about it. So here you want to kind of lean forward a bit, and I like going single arm at a time, and then you want to drive the elbows back, and you can let your upper back round. Like I used to not do that before, but I found as I let my upper back round and I leaned forward, I got a lot more lat activation. As you can see it here a lot better, like I'm leaning forward and my upper back is rounding. That's going to engage your lats a lot more, and then you make sure you drive your elbow in to your side there, and then you pull like straight back and down with the elbow. Definitely try these out. You're going to feel your lats firing like you have never before, trust me. So usually I'll include that earlier in the workout, but today we just threw it in here. Then as you can see, you can tell I'm a full-time YouTuber because I literally have like half of my head cut off in this clip. So, you know, we're going to learn as we get back into the swing of content, but we have the TikTok special lat pull down here. Literally one of my favorites. If you're not doing this, you probably have a small back, and I don't know why you wouldn't. But yeah, definitely, you know, one knee down. Usually I use a machine for this, but like I said, this gym doesn't have machines, so we're just rocking with the cable pull down on this one. But yeah, this is literally the go-to lat exercise. And I want to throw in another clip here, probably gonna like, what am I recording here? What am I, like, am I trying to record you guys my ass? Like, am I showing my cheeks? Like, I don't understand. But you know, we're gonna live and learn. All right. So, and then we move on to the Helms Row here. This is more for like back thickness. As I'm watching the video back, I'm definitely going way too fast. So I definitely need to slow it down here. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna struggle with most is like thickness exercises, because with the cable, there's lots of lat stuff, but thickness might be something I'm gonna struggle with. So we're gonna have some creative ideas, and we're gonna try out a bunch of different stuff to, really, you know, build the back up in this limited equipment. Then we move on to biceps here. We go incline curls. One thing that's interesting is, so all the dumbbells at this gym are like solid, like the metal ones that are like screw on plates and stuff, but obviously they're screwed in so they don't come apart. But I don't know, like it's weird because the lower weights feel lighter, like 15 to 20s felt super duper light. But then as you go up in weight, like yesterday I was doing push, and I was using like 75s, I think, and they just felt extra heavy. I think it's because the handles are super thin. So on the lighter weights, it's going to feel lighter, but then on the heavier weights, it feels like even heavier because it's hard to grip on a thin handle. But one thing I want to point out here is, watch as I'm done this set. This is what I don't want to do. So I pop up after this set and I'm still singing and fucking dancing like an idiot. And if I have that much energy, then I really should be pushing myself harder during the set. So I don't know if that's me being too hard on myself, but I feel like if you can pop up and start dancing and singing after your set like I was, then you probably didn't go hard enough on that set. But yeah, so next thing we're going to do here is like this cable curl. It probably looks like insanely weird because I'm using this like kind of primed attachment. that I have the 2 handles set up to. I wanted to use the cloth handles, but someone was using them, so I just used the metal ones. But this prime detachment, I've seen all these bodybuilders use it, so I really wanted to. And I definitely felt it more on my biceps, and I felt a lot of isolation here. It kind of just, all it does really is lets you put the handles where you want to put them, and it's not like on a fixed bar. So it just is a lot easier for your wrists, and like will allow you to kind of move more based on like your arm length and how your wrists are like kind of built, right? Like, so it's going to help you like specifically how you're built instead of a straight fixed bar that obviously doesn't move. So I really like that for biceps. Then we moved on to a preacher curl. Obviously no preacher curl machine here, so we just had to throw on the dumbbells on an incline bench. What I think I might do when I start programming properly is I might throw a band on the bottom of the bench there and then like hold it in my hand against the dumbbell, just so that the tension is the same, and then the tension is going to be higher when I squeeze it at the top, instead of like when you're just doing it with a dumbbell on the bench, you know, like the tension is going to be insane at the bottom, and then it's not going to be that hard at the top because of just the way that gravity works. So I think throwing on that band is going to combat that and then really create like constant tension throughout, and then increase the tension at the top. Whereas when you don't do that, you're going to have almost no tension at the top because it's going to be very little gravity against the dumbbell. So I think I'm going to add that in, make the movement a lot better. And then we're just going to finish up kind of biceps here with hammer curls. I honestly don't even really count hammer curls as a bicep movement. So I did 3 different bicep exercises plus hammer curls. So I don't really count it. It's kind of like a forearm. It's kind of like half forearms, half biceps. So I'd rather not count it as biceps and then get more bicep work in there. But yeah, this is a pretty good lighting spot, honestly. So you're probably going to see some pictures here, like standing right in front of the dumbbell rack where I am. The lighting is pretty hard. And the triceps, they're looking nice, but they're looking a little thin. And the biceps are looking juicy, I can't even lie. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did for this workout. Like I said, it was kind of just like a feeler workout. I'm gonna write the program starting next week, and then we're gonna go progressive overload with the logbook. But that's pretty much for the workout. Alright, so it's quite a while later, and now it's pretty late in the day. Actually, I kind of didn't really record too much after the workout. I just, record that voiceover for you guys, give you a little bit of insight on my training, all that stuff. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. I am finishing off the night with a 1.5 scoops of protein here. So I'm just using this diesel protein here. It's a whey isolate, and it's actually like New Zealand whey, so it's a very, very clean source of whey, which is obviously good and digests very well. However, I have been trying protein from this other company, but I don't want to talk too much on it just yet. I want to keep that a little secret for you guys, but something is coming. But yeah, so I just have a 1.5 scoops before bed. Gonna be like 30 odd some grams of protein, but I do need to start upping my protein. Honestly, I want to aim for a minimum of 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That might seem like overkill, but I'm going to cover in a future video why I'm doing that. And then also we're going to have 1 cup of Greek yogurt here, and then we're going to have I think it's cantaloupe, and I got strawberries here. And I always make sure to have fruit like 30 to 45 minutes before bed. If you want to know why, I've probably already posted a little video about why. I think I'm probably going to post it as a YouTube short, so check that out if you want to know why you always got to eat fruit before bed. But that's basically gonna wrap it up for the day. I'm back, boys. YouTube content's gonna be getting pumped out now. Let me know if you liked this style of video. Let me know if you want to see a full day of eating in the very near future. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be back. I hope you guys are excited. I'm gonna show you guys basically step by step how I'm getting jacked, how I'm training through this off season before I compete, just how I'm gonna grow, how I'm gonna eat, how I'm gonna do everything, and I'm just ready to give you guys tons of tips. So yeah, so if you made it to the end of the video, I'm gonna say comment fruit if you made it to the end. Drop a like rating if you did enjoy. If you're new, you better fucking subscribe, and catch you guys in the next one.